Hello friend, welcome back. In this video, I will discuss about after end of this section what you will build. So friend, we will develop one complete dynamic website with using Laravel 9. So that will be one of the basic project and it will help for all the beginner student who wants to create any dynamic website with using Laravel 9. So if you want to start it with the Laravel 9, that section will help you a lot. Because I have covered basic every fundamental of Laravel 9 and also you will develop one complete project. So you learn it by doing. I hope you like it very much. Like first of all, here you can see how to install Laravel, how to load into the, that is our founding theme. So how you can load some of the founding theme. I will show you everything with the live example. And as here you can see, it's very clean and very good looking one of the website. So it's every part is totally dynamic. So that will be our front end and that will be our back end. So into the back end, how can load some of the another admin panel theme, I will also show you with the live example. And also how can load that a Laravel Breeze authentication system. I will show you that things like if you logging, like there is a Kazi and I want to put that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now if you click as a login, now you can see you are successfully logging and also it display message as a user logging successfully. Okay, how can display some of the toaster message, I will also show you. And here you can see that is all that our menu, like there is our home slider setup, there is a about page setup, and there is a portfolio setup, the blog category, the blog pages setup, footer page setup, and then the contact message setup. So I show you, please give me some time for this. So that will be, as I told you, it will be very much helpful for any beginner level student who wants to create dynamic website with using that Laravel. Like right now, that is all that our menu. And here you can see they have some of the title, they have some of the short description, and that is also one of the image. So you can manage everything from your backend. If you go to that our home, there is a home slide. If you open it, and you can see that is our title. If you want to change any title, you can change it. If you want to change that short title, if you want to change that video URL, so they have also one of the video URL. Here you can see that is a video. So now if you want to change that video URL, you can change it from here. If you want to change that images, and also for the images, how can you install that image intervention package, how can resize your all that images, I will show you everything with the live example. Here if you change anything, I make it as a time now. I make it as a time now, click as an update slide. Now automatically it will be updated, and also you can see it's display on the toaster message as a home slide updated without image successfully. You can update with image rather than the without image. And now if you go to your home page, now that information should be updated. If you click as a refresh, now you can see it's now successfully updated. Okay, so it's, as I told you, every part is totally dynamic, and that is our about position. And this about position is also totally dynamic. All the data now comes from our database, and that is all that our multiple image. How can add that multiple image at a time? I will also show you that things with a live example. Like if you go to our dashboard, and into this dashboard there is a about page setup. If you go to that about page, now you can see there is our about page, all that information. Okay, so now there is a title, the short description, there is some of the short title, short description, long description, how can load some of the editor in here. I will also show you everything one by one with live example. And now you can see there is also an option for the about page, and also if you choose any image, like right now I choose this one, you can see automatically that will be updated. How can load this type of one of the functionality with using the JavaScript, everything I will show you. And that is our another part. So here if you want to change any information, about page information, you can change it from here, and there is a multi-part. Okay, multi-part means there is a multi images if you want to add. If you go to our multi images part, you can see that is all that our multiple image. So from here you can edit that image. If you want to delete it, how can load that suite alert, I will also show you with the live example. As I told you, all that basic fundamental I have already covered everything in here. So by complete this section, you'll be able to create any dynamic website. Okay, so here you can see there is a multiple images. If you want to add that multiple images, then option for the about, that is about multi images. Now you can see there is an option for the multi images, and from here if you want to upload that multi images at a time, you can upload that multi images. And when you will be updated, automatically that will be loaded in here. Okay, so now this part is totally also dynamic, and the portfolio, there is a all portfolio. If you go to that all portfolio, you can see there is a all portfolio. From here, if you want to edit any portfolio, you can also able to edit this portfolio. So that is our portfolio page. And if you now go to our home page, into this home page, right now there is our portfolio. Here you can see there are some of the name, there is another title, and also if you click it as a case study, now that will be redirected to a specific this ID related details page. There is a portfolio details as a 3 ID, and you can see it's now successfully loaded all that information. And every part here, everything is dynamic. Okay, everything actually comes from our database. Now everything is loaded successfully. And if you go to that our portfolio, that is our portfolio page, and into this portfolio you can see all that your portfolio is loaded in here. So you can manage all that your portfolio from your backend. So from to this position, if you want to add one of the new portfolio, you can also able to add one of the portfolio. Here only you have to use that one name, portfolio title, portfolio description, and portfolio images. Okay, then automatically that will be loaded in your portfolio page. So as I told you, that part is also totally dynamic. And again, if you go to our home page, into the home page, our another part, like that is our, as I told you, that is totally dynamic. You can manage it from your backend. And also there is another part, there is our blog part. Okay, blog part is also totally dynamic. Into this blog part, how can create the relationship between two of this table, I will also cover. Like you can see there is a category, there is a blog category, there is another blog category, and also there is a React blog category related one of the post. Okay, so if you go to that our details page, it should be redirect to the blog details page with a specific one of the ID. Now you can see it's now displayed our title, appropriate specific this ID related title, images, it's display the time, title, and also is display total description. Its total part is totally dynamic, and also how you can load that tag. You can see it's also display the tag. And that is all that our recent blog is loaded, all that our category is loaded. So this category you can manage it from your backend. You can see there is a blog category, there is all blog category. If you go, you can see there is all that blog category. If you want to add on the new category, you can add this category. If you want to edit it, you can able to edit it. If you want to delete it, you can also able to delete it. So now that is totally dynamic. And also if you want to get that categorize all that post, like if you get that Facebook, so Facebook related all that blog post will be loaded one by one. You can see there is a 2 post right now, so there is a 2 post is visible. And if from here, if you go to the details page, you can able to go to the details page. So how can get that categorize all that data, I will also cover everything one by one with live example. Okay, that is our blog details page. If you go to that details, now you can see now it's redirected to the blog details page. So now you can see that is our blog details page, and blog details, everything is successfully displayed. Okay, so how can do this work, I will show you every part one by one with live example. And that is our about us page. So here if you can manage all that your blog from to this blog category, and also there is a blog page. If you go to that our all blog, right now that should be all that our blog. Okay, so you can see that is all that our blog, and here there is a blog category. If you go to that our add blog, so from here if you want to add that blog, you can see all that our blog category related blog is now successfully loaded. Blog title, here you have to add, you can add that multiple tags as per your demand. There is a blog description, all the details, and also from here you can upload that images. Okay, and then you can able to add that blog data. Then the blog data will be inserted, and it should be displayed in our all blog. Okay, now you can see that is our about page. So that is totally dynamic. Everything actually now comes from our database. Okay, so you can manage every information from our backend, and that is our about page setup. Okay, so as I told you, that is every part is dynamic. That is our portfolio, that is our blog. If you go to our blog, so now all that our blog will be loaded one by one. You can see that is all that our blog is totally loaded, and that is totally dynamic. All that our blog category is loaded. If you want to get that categorize all the data, how can do this work, I will show you. All that our recent blog, the time, everything is visible. Okay, everything is visible. And then there is a contact me. If you go to our contact me page, and into this contact me page, there is a location, and here there is also one of the submit form. If you want to add some of the submit form, like I name it as a test. Okay, for now I make it as a test. I make it as a test @gmail.com. I make it as a this is test. Okay, and then I just put some of the phone number, I put some of the messages. So if you want to send that message in your font, how can load that toaster, I will also show you. Like if you click as a send message, now you can see it's returned direct to the back page. Back page it show as your message submitted successfully. Now if you go to your database, that means in your backend, into this backend, if you go to that contact message, you will get all that your contact. You can see now there is a new contact I have submitted and 12 seconds ago. Now that is successfully visible, and from here if you want to delete it, now click as a delete it all. Now that should be deleted. You can see your message deleted successfully, and then that is totally gone from to this position. And also there is a footer setup. If you want to update your footer, all the data, right now that is our footer part. Right here, if you want to update that phone number, if you want to update that short description, address, email, and also the social link, you can see there is a Facebook /LE, Twitter /LE. So that is totally dynamic. And also that is our footer copyright. Okay, everything you can manage it from your backend. You can see that is all that your number, short description, address, email, Facebook URL, Twitter URL, and copyright. If you want to change anything, after that if you click as the update footer, automatically that will be updated in here. So as I told you friend, that will be very much helpful for any beginner level student. I have covered almost every functionality. And also if you go to our admin, into this admin there is an option for the profile. If you go to that profile, you can see you are able to change your profile, the name, which user is logging, the current user name is visible, email is visible, and username is visible. If you go to that edit profile, and that is our edit profile page. Okay, now you can see there is edit from here. If you want to update name, update that user email, update that user name, and also if you want to choose any new images, you can choose it as per your demand. Automatically that will be updated, and when you click as the update profile, your profile will be updated successful. And also if you go to our change password option, so into the change password, that is our old password. Here there is a new password and confirm password. And also I added multiple validation in here. If you click as a submit all, you can see there is a old password is required, the new password is required, confirmation password is required. So from here, if you also put an inappropriate old password, and if you put that new password, automatically then that will be get another validation. Okay, there is a confirm password and new password is not match. And also if you put inappropriate old password, also that will be get another validation message. Like right now I'm logging with the Kazi, and for the Kazi my current password as a 12345. Right now I put inappropriate some of the password, and then I make it as a Udemy 12345, Udemy 12345. Okay, now if you click as a change password, now you can see it's now show some of the validation as the old password is not matched. So how can show some of the flash message? I will also show you that things with a live example. And also if you go to the logout, I click as a logout. Now you can see you are successfully show as one of the message as a user log out successfully. And here I have already discussed about that things with you. By default, when you install that Laravel Breeze package, with the Breeze package you can able to log in with the email and the password. So how can logging with the username? I will also show you that things with the live example. That like here right now I'm putting that Kazi as the one of the, not that email address, that is one of the username, right? So with this username, if you want to log in, like I put it, and now click as a submit. Now you can see you are successfully logging by the username, not that email. So how can logging with the username? I will also show you that things with the live example. So now there is a logging page. If you go to that our register, so you do the register, that is also successfully loaded. And also if you want to get that as a forget password, how can working with this forget password, I have already covered it. If you want to validate your email address, how can validate your email address, everything I have covered in particular this section. So as I told you friend, that will be very much helpful for beginner level, a student who wants to just start with the Laravel. And by this section, I believe you are able to create any dynamic website by using that Laravel. So here we are using Laravel 9 latest version. So with this Laravel 9, how can create all that your routes, how can manage all that your routes, everything one by one. I will show you everything with the live example. I hope friend this section will help you a lot. So if you're ready, then let's get started. And also I have shared lecture by lecture all that code. I push all that code to the GitHub. So if you stuck, you will get every references from here. I hope this is something you are interested in. If you are, then go ahead. I will see you in the next video.